Jasmine, look this way. Hey.
Hi.
Are you excited about changing your color?
I'm so excited.
Ooh, ah.
And nervous.
Are you? Alright guys, here we go. Black to blonde color using Goldwell blending ash cream and 30 volume. I wanted to use 30 volume because I don't want to make her hair super damaged on the first process, because 9 times out of 10 I'm probably going to have to do 2 processes. You ready? Let's do it. So I've mentioned in my previous color videos that it's very important to, when you're doing color, to make sure you avoid the root, because the root gets hotter because of the scalp and it'll make the color lighter at the root than at the tips, and that's just going to be problematic later on. So I'm going in right now and I'm just really distributing the color towards the ends of her hair first, and then once that starts to lift, I'll gradually go closer to the root. All right, now you can see her hair is processing. Yes, one step closer to being blonde. But what you might not notice is that some of the ends are still slightly darker. And it's because I didn't realize she had so much oil on her hair. But that prohibits the color from lifting as much as it could if the hair is really oily. So you do want to make sure the hair is clean when you do this. So now I'm going to have to go back through the ends again and relift. Another thing I want you to notice is that I still left a teeny amount of root black because she wanted an edgier kind of grown out look. I did not go all the way to the scalp with the color, and so that's going to give it a more natural look. Obviously not right now. Yes, she's orange, and this is normal. This is something that happens anytime you lift hair from dark to light. Anytime you use lightener, it's going to be orangey or yellow or some kind of unwanted, unnatural looking color. There are more steps to do, don't worry, but I do want to show you the inconsistency of the color anytime you extract it from black. So see, the roots are a little bit lighter. We have the browner ends from the oil blocking our color from lifting, and now I have to go back in and basically just modify all of that so that the color is even throughout. And then once that's done, we'll tone it. So Jazz is a good sport because she's a hairstylist too, so she just let us do our thing. Now the foil is on and it's lifting, and I'm getting the lightness that I was looking for from the first process. And so now we're gonna let that sit, and I just did foils all the way across the front of the head, and then I touched up the color in the back as well to lift it a little bit more, but I do want it lighter in the front. Alright, so now these are the toners that I'm going to use. It's Chroma Silk Express Toner, and my focus got a little weird, but I used a beige and I also used a pearl, and I mixed those two together to get the tone that I want. All right, I skipped right on to the toner. So now you can see the hair is a lot lighter. It's even from root to tip. And now what this is gonna do is take out all that orange, that brassiness. This is like the best part of doing color, is taking out the pigments you don't want and putting in the pigments that you do want. So toner is definitely the best. I'm going in at the root first because it was a little bit more orangey there and the level was slightly darker. And so I want to make sure that that pigment processes first before I pull it down through the ends, because the hair is porous, which means it's going to suck up whatever you put on it. So I want to make sure that the ends don't overtone and turn like gray or a little bit more violet than wanted. Sometimes that happens. So the trick to toner is putting it on and taking it off really quickly. It usually will change in the first 5 minutes. And so anything longer than that, you might get something that's a little more extreme than the goal. So I'm just going to put this on roots first and then pull it on down through the ends. And we will see a beautiful, more natural color on Miss Jazz. Yes. All right, now we have the blonde we were looking for. Now, I'm sure we're probably going to go a little bit lighter in the future, but if you've seen the color videos where I've talked about color, you always want to take it in stages. So I feel like we got this to a really beautiful honey wheat blonde, and it's natural looking. We got those crazy tones out. So now I'm just going to finish curling her hair so she can get on Instagram and take her selfies. Yes.